Right, we've had to make a quick visit to Le Merlin, and so I am going to be picking up some sand and cement from the yard at the back. So let's see what we can find in here.
Action is Jolyon job, and yet somehow they've taken up the mantle, haven't they? So last brick is going in. Beautiful fit. Shimmy, shimmy, shimmy.
Right, another day, another sesh in the pool.
And another 5 degrees, it's freezing.
Yeah, so again, it's one of those occasions where we're pushing the limits a little bit of how cold you're meant to be doing bricklaying in. But it's dry at least, and I think it's meant to get a bit warmer today. So we're going to be laying the bricks along here. We might even be able to finish it today, you know.
We've only got 3 levels to go, and we're not filling them for a change, so I reckon we've got a good chance of finishing it, and then we can get the digger.
Yeah, digger's coming on later this week, and then yeah, I'll be able to start doing all of the terracing and landscaping, and then we'll start to have the shape of a pool, won't we?
Yeah.
We can also bring the liner over.
The liner that's been sat there for 1.5 years, we were a bit over ambitious when we got it.
Yeah. Along with all of the pipes and pumps and things, which are just sat in the cupboard.
Yeah, so let's get moving.
Yeah, let's do it. And giant logs is an absolute pain. And as we were getting a digger anyway, figure now we can just use the digger to carry over these great big logs. I just picked one up. It's the biggest one, makes very light work of it, so that's a nice job saved. It saves us having to spend ages chopping it up, or at least we can leave that till the summer when the wood is dried out a bit, and I've worked out how to sharpen the chainsaw properly. Anyway, today with the digger, I'm going to be, apart from tidying up the mess of the tree trunks, I'm also going to be starting to terrace around the pool. That is like the job for today, but we also need to try and level off the garden, which at the moment has a big hump in it. So yeah, it should be good fun. I enjoy using a digger. So I've handed over to Adam, who's taking a go on the digger. He's making really good progress. I'm going to do some spotting on the site, but also I can just give you a little bit of a talk through of what we're doing today. So first of all, we've had a huge pile of clay in the corner of the garden for over a year now, year and a half. So we're moving all of that and trying to use it to backfill behind the pool, which is behind me. So all along there where that's basically going to be a little bathing area, so you'll be able to sit down in the cool waters on a hot summer's day with a cocktail, and that area will be tiled, but behind it we're just filling it with clay at the moment and backfilling it. Got to do the same over there on the big wall, so that's going to be a big job because there's a huge hole behind there, so a lot of space to fill up. And then we've got to start grading it all, so we've got to create a nice smooth slope down here, and also where I'm stood as well. So this is meant to be sort of a steady slope down towards the pool, and this bit's going to be where all the plants are going to go, and over in the actual pool itself, that will be the swimming area. So there'll be kind of an extra little wall that will sort of separate the gravel and the plant area from the swimming area. So you have to use your imagination, but hopefully give it another 6 months, there might be a beautiful swimming area here. It might take longer than 6 months, but we'll get there eventually. It will look beautiful when it's finished, especially with Adam's help behind the digger. Seem to make a lot more progress a lot more quickly. Anyway, adios, I better get back to work. So at the moment, Adam has been trying to level out this area a little bit and pack it down, because it's really wet and squidgy at the moment. So we're just trying to make a more stable surface and make sure that it's not going to settle too much over time. But yeah, he's been trying to pack it down and also just driving over it to try and get it to settle down a little bit.
I'm guessing this bank's been here a while, hasn't it?
Yeah.
I'd love to die.
I've just been taking Beau out for a walk, but then I'm going to get back onto the digger to try and do a little bit more work, landscaping the garden and digging drains and sort of backfilling around the walls of the pool that we've built. So yeah, let's see what progress we can make.
So I've just arrived via Paris from London, and I've just come to the garden, and Jolyon and Adam are very busy on the digger. But it's a little too cold for me out here, so I'm going to go and get a cup of tea and do some jobs inside.
It is the third day that we've had the digger. We originally only booked it for 2 days, but luckily we were able to get it for another day because we've still got loads of work to do. We've basically been trying to landscape the garden, and today, hopefully, we're going to finish all of that work, get all of the drains ready. We've already levelled off the garden, and yeah, now it's just a case of trying to get it tidied up as much as possible and just get rid of a couple more piles of earth and level this garden off, get it looking really, really good, and dig some more drains we've got to do. So it's a good job we had the digger for another day because it's still a bit of a mess, as you can see. Lots of bumps. We want to try and get as many of those out as possible. We've also got a delivery of loads of stone arriving, so I've tried to time it so that we can use the digger to move the pallets of stone, because no delivery drivers seem to be able to get through our tiny little gate. So with a bit of help from Adam, Chris's nephew, who knows what he's doing a lot more than I do, or Chris does, we're hoping we'll be able to move all of the stone into the stables until we need it, and hopefully that won't be too far off, because we've already made some progress, as you can see, and in this video I'll show you the remodelling that we've done of the garden, and there's basically this milestone moment in the development of our natural pool.
I see you struggle like butterflies in water, can't keep moving forward. I see your shoulders weighted down by armor. You don't need that protection. I would walk on glass, I would run 10,000 miles and more. I would give my eyes if you lost your sight. I would run through fire, I would carry you through the heat. I would do it all again if you needed me to. Wish that I could take away your pain like sunbeams in the rain. Oh, we're family. Wherever you go, I'll follow. Whatever you do, I'll handle. I will walk on glass, I will run 10,000 miles and more. I will give my eyes if you lost your sight. I will run through fire, I will carry you through the heat. I will do it all again if you needed me to. I'll do it all over again. I'll do it all over again. I will run through fire, I will carry you through heat. I'll do it all over again.
Ready? That's it, curl the bucket. There you go. Sorted. You're off the ground.
Right, so we have used the digger to successfully move one of the pallets. Of course, another delivery, he didn't want to use his little trolley to go over our gravel, so we've had to either lift it by hand or use the digger, which I cleverly timed to have today. But this one's going to be a bit tricky because it's right up against the wall, so yeah, I think we'll just have to try and squeeze the strap round. But it worked quite well before, so give it a go.
Don't try and pick it up though. Don't try and pick it up. Don't try and pick it up.
At least the rain will help.
True.
Yeah. So you reckon I just need to rake all this down, or?
Yeah, it's not been easy how wet it's been, has it?
No.
And because it's clay, it just sinks when you get on it with a digger.
Yeah. But the general gist is we built this beautiful ramp here because we had all of the extra soil left over. I don't know how you managed to get it so flat. Did you? Was it just you packing it down with the? Pushing it with the digger.
It was difficult when it got a bit dark.
But the problem is you can see like the digger treads really dig in.
Embedding.
So it's just trying to pack it down.
Yeah.
But it looks really good.
Needs a bit of a rake over, doesn't it?
Yeah, and then we'll be able to use that topsoil to fill any little crevices. And then we've got a nice little area here. Might even make some steps up there one day.
You can see how much it moves, can't you?
God.
That's just how...
Well, in a way I'm glad because I was worried that was just something weird that was going on over there. Should we go and have a look over there?
Yeah.
can do like a little walkthrough with the
Go
camera.
for a swim in the pool.
Yeah. So Adam's a builder for Broadstone Builders, well, it's his own company, and yeah,
Got a new hat.
invaluable having his help. Yeah, I'm apparently now part of the. I'm part of the team now. I'm part of Broadstone Builders. What's my rate?
And you got the pool liner over, so that's good.
Yeah, so we brought the pool liner over, which I don't know when we'll actually get round to laying that. It's going to be a while. But the foundations, they're already starting to cave in. So you're saying?
Yeah, if
do I
you got
need to
any timber, like sheet material, that would be handy if you could
Can
lay
I
it down the
use
edges to backfill it.
Can I like just chuck these in with a brick?
Maybe just to hold it. I mean, I'm sure it'd be better than nothing. Trouble is, it's kind of falling in, isn't it? So we need to dig it out first, and then
Need to what, sorry?
dig it out really.
Dig it out more.
Yeah, and then slot them down the sides, and then
Weird
wedge.
that
If
it's
you've got any
just-
timbers, cut some timbers just
Weird
to
that it's just been here.
create a shutter.
I do that for now. It's better than nothing, isn't it? There you go.
And then just wedge something in the
Could just
mid-height
put
just
a
to
brick
hold it,
through there or something. Yeah.
as long as it's the right size.
But yeah, I can't believe how smooth you got this. Yeah.
Do you think?
Oh no, I think that's incredible. It's fast. Like you should see how it was.
It was a race against time, wasn't it, with the guy coming to collect the digger?
Yeah, we only had a few hours with the digger, and we were desperately trying to like prioritise getting it nice and smooth or moving more earth. There's a massive tree trunk over there which I haven't managed to dig out yet.
No,
I think that would take like a whole morning with the digger, wouldn't it?
we did move the logs, didn't we?
Yes. Yeah.
Round
Yeah,
the
I forgot
back,
about that.
in the
It's gonna be
dry,
Really handy. I have to.
and that pile. Move that pile a little bit.
So in about 4 years, those logs might be good for a fire pit or something. Or
Yeah.
like a really huge. Get that massive one.
Yeah, it's going to take some splitting. They were huge, weren't they?
Apparently those trees are about 80% water, someone said, for
Blimey.
that make of tree. So hopefully it'll be a lot lighter when it's dried out. Can you not move?
It's quite.
Is it really that bad?
Yeah, look. Am I that heavy?
Right, so for the last 3 days we have had a digger and we've been using it to re-sculpt the garden. So before it was a bit of a mess and we had big piles of dirt, so we had one over there and we have one still over there, but we'll come back to that. But mainly it was because we needed to backfill behind the walls of the natural pool, so that we can then leave it to settle for a little while, and then hopefully once we've got it all perfect we'll then be able to lay the liner. That'll probably take a little while because the clay is very claggy, and I think we just need to let the rain, which has arrived today, do its work and sort of settle and compact a lot of the soil before we do the next stage. We also dug a foundation for a wall that we want to build, which will basically just be a bit of a boundary wall for the pool. But because of the rain, I don't think we're going to be able to pour the concrete for those foundations yet, so we'll have to leave that maybe a few weeks, and hopefully it'll be warmer and drier. Anyway, with all of the spare earth that we had, I've made this little banked area behind us. So there's a little kind of pagoda, I don't know what you call it, and before it was just sort of randomly stuck on a hill, and we just thought it could make a really nice feature by extending that bank all the way along, so people will maybe take a path along the right hand side as they enter the garden. They'll take a right, follow the bank, and they'll go through what will be a beautiful little kind of pagoda. We'll grow lots of plants over there, and then they'll get the grand reveal of the swimming pool behind us, which you have to use your imagination at the moment because it's not looking very beautiful right now. But when all of the grass is grown back and we've got the liner in and we've filled the pool up, we've got the gravel and the plants in there, it should be a little oasis and it should look amazing. So that's another stage of this project finished. It's been epic, but yeah, I think we're going to have to down tools now and leave until certainly early in the new year. We've got to wait until the weather warms up and is drier, because you can't really lay bricks when it's so wet and cold. And trying to get Chris outside again to do any more of this work would be Yeah, it's just not going to happen. So we will be leaving it for a little while, but that's probably going to help make sure that the earth is settled properly, and then we can do a bit more sculpting by hand, and then we'll be able to lay the liner. So that will be an exciting stage of the project. Anyway, stay tuned, because that will hopefully be coming in the not too distant future. I almost forgot, as well as doing all of the digging work, we used the digger to move the liner for the pool, which weighs like 700 kilograms, so it's really heavy. So moving it by hand wouldn't have been fun. So we took the opportunity of having the digger to move it into place, so that when we are ready, we'll just be able to roll it out.